Hi Aquarius, welcome to your What They Aren't Telling You reading for April 8th through April 22nd. Everything you need to know about this reading, as per usual, is in the description box below. Aquarius. Aquarius. Full disclosure, there's been about 3 or 4 of these that are literally the whole reading, the whole 20-minute reading is about, you're at the crossroads here. Like, this is just about, so there's been a lot of, I think there's been 3 so far that have just, out of the 6, that have been about being at the crossroads. After all that's said and done, the intricacies and nuances, neither one of them still knows what to do, so the reading ends up being about confirmation, just like validation of how they're feeling rather than about what to do. So just full disclosure, forewarning there. Sorry, 3 of Wands. All right, so having to be patient. Perhaps you're considering the emotional distance or physical distance between you and your person. Perhaps there has been a severing. And this is about hoping that they will make a decision to return, or you have put something out there, you've given them your thoughts or feelings on something, maybe a choice, and you're waiting to hear their response. 8 of Swords, the World, the Devil, 7 of Cups, 8 of Coins, the Emperor reversed, and the 2 of Wands. Oops. Oh, that fell out. 10 of Swords. Okay, so things either being in crisis or having ended unexpectedly. Alright, so we've got the 8 of Swords here. Let's see what else we got. 7 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 8. 3. Do we got 2 3s? No, that's the 8. Okay. Alright. So what's this 8 of Swords about? Perhaps this person is questioning, they don't know what to do about a relationship that they might feel like needs to end. Or they are questioning the ending, they're feeling unsure about what to do after an ending. Perhaps they're thinking about, I don't know what to do, I think it's over, maybe I'm just going to tell them that I need time to think. I need time to think about how I feel. I don't know what to do, but in reality, they're thinking that this is done. We've gone as far as we can go together. What's this 8 of Swords about? Good gracious. All right, so Aquarius, this is very similar to Libra's reading. Just gonna say, it feels very similar. And I think these cards were reversed or whatnot, but this is, these two, this one was here and the Judgment was there. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I think this is someone that is thinking about this relationship, or someone that has been feeling for a while that they're just not in it anymore and they don't know how to either convey that or to end it, but they definitely feel like there's been an ending. Whether it's been an active decision or not, this is typically a passive thing where someone's kind of in review or thinking about the past, and then they come to this realization. So it's not like they actively set out a way to sever ties or to cut things off, but all of a sudden, after being in review, they realize, oh my gosh, I now know how I feel. I can't not know how I feel. Like, now it's come to this. I realize this. Now what do I do? So this is like a pause in the action after realizing how you feel about something. This could also be someone wanting to come back in after reviewing the past, wanting a second chance, wanting to atone, and them not knowing how to do that. Depends. I mean, this is about you waiting for a response, or just really the distance between you two, whether emotional, physical, or both, is on your mind. And it could be because somebody has kind of pulled back. They don't know what to do because they feel like things are over. What's this world about? All right, so this could be Sagittarius, doesn't have to be, or any fire sign, Leo or Aries. Or it could be somebody that wants to not be tied down, not be committed, really wants to be out there among everything, creating, doing, going, traveling, seeing. This is somebody who's very self-confident and wants to take life by the tail right now. They don't really want to be committed to one thing or person. So it could be that that's what they want. They want this to be over. They just don't know how to tell or say. They don't know how they feel. They could be telling you that they don't know how to feel. They feel, and they're thinking about the past, and they're thinking about things, and they're in review and all this, but they want to end things. They just don't know how to make that happen. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to take the leadership position and just say what needs to be said, in fact, if that's how they feel. What's this Seven of Cups about? Oh, Lord. Don't do that. It's the whole thing. Oh, I'm just confused. No, you're not. You feel how you feel. You just don't want to say it because you don't want the fallout or drama. Man up and get it over with. This could be man or woman, by the way. I say man up just because I'm a sexist pig, but honestly, like, take that leadership position and just say how you feel. Don't do the whole I'm so confused route. You're not confused. You're just being a coward, kind of. Oh, cross watchers, don't hate me. All right. What else for Aquarius is Seven of Cups? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know how to make things work. Or flip side, here we go. This also could be someone not knowing how to ask for forgiveness, to come back and ask for that second chance after realizing all that you two have together, but not knowing how to man up and take the initiative for forward movement. It could be that. It could be completely flip side, right? This feels like someone that doesn't know how to end it, or doesn't know how to tell you that they want things to end. And they're hiding behind the whole, I'm just confused. I feel overwhelmed. I don't know how things are going to work out. I'm really confused about that and up in arms. What's this Eight of Coins? And I say it sarcastically because I'm like, really? You think that's hard? That's the least of our worries right now. Telling me how you feel, like, that would really provide a lot of clarity. Be honest with me. Do me that solid. Especially if we've been together long enough, come on. At least tell me the truth. What's this Eight of Coins? What's this Eight of Coins? Well, they're not lying. That's for darn sure. They honestly don't know how to make this marriage work, or this communal committed connection work. If it's not marriage, it's thinking about taking that next step into a marriage-like situation, or in fact a marriage. They don't know how it's going to work. They're wondering, okay, so here we have them saying, I don't know how it's going to work, and here perhaps they might want to put in the effort to make it work, but they still don't know how to make it work. They don't know how to have forward movement and progress and victory in this situation. What's this Emperor reversed about? What's this Emperor reversed? This is them saying that they're going to be hands off, that they're not going to want to control everything. They're going to let go. They want to not be in control. They want to not be in charge. They don't, this across the board is someone that does not feel like they have any agency in their decision, that they're just like, I feel like things are out of control. I feel like I can't make a decision. I don't know what to do. I'm confused about how to have things work out. And this is them saying that they want to take some time, and that's probably why you're waiting to hear back, or you're wondering about that, because this is them withdrawing and going inward. Wanting to rely on their intuition. Let me think about things. I need time to review. I need time. I'm confused about how things are going to work out. What's this Two of Wands? What's this Two of Wands about? Oh, yeah. All right. Aquarius, you know, they might, I mean, they're not right. Here we have them telling, this matches. We have them telling the truth. Okay, they honestly do have their doubts about how things are going to work out. But what they're not telling you is that they feel like things are over, or it is simply too much for them to rise to the challenge to be able to work things out, to take that first step. They don't, this is right here, this is not wanting to be in charge. And we've got the Two of Wands here with the Queen of Swords. So it's almost like it's easier to cut things off than to make a decision. This is also somebody that could be at the crossroads and wanting to not have any emotion be a part of the decision, just to decisively, you know, decide, be organized and proactive about moving forward. No emotion. Just for some, this is the bitch card. This could be Libra, could be Aquarius or Gemini also, but this is somebody that takes action. Could be male or female. This is all about decisive action forward without emotion. All right, so this is, we have them saying, well, you know what, I don't want to have to make any decisions. But then this is also, while it's decisive, it could also be, dare I say, passive aggressive, just because this could be online communication. So they might tell you to your face or not, because we've got the going inward, but they might be saying, you know what, I just don't want to have the world on my shoulders anymore. I don't know how to make a decision about this. I need time. When in reality, they've pretty much made their decision, and it's all about executing it, but they don't want to have to face you to do it. They want to do it strategically. And also this could very much be online communication only. Like they don't want to have any face-to-face interaction with you anymore. This could be about distance and about somebody cutting things off because of that. They have made their decision. They might tell you they're confused, but they've made their decision and they plan to cut things off. They just don't know how. They want as little fallout as possible. They don't want the drama. They don't want the, all right, Aquarius, what's this devil about? Yeah, we got the world here, the world here. This is unhealthy. This is holding you back. What's this devil about? This is, no, Aquarius, nope. All right, this is you being hopeful that this works out over time, but the thing is that this is not this situation is holding you back. This is wishful thinking about this ending, about seeing things through with this person. This person is taking a very passive role. You're going to be left waiting, and honestly, I feel like it would be in your best interest for you to make the decision, because this person is not there. They don't want to make a decision. It's almost like they want to let things just fall away. They don't want to communicate anymore or communicate how they feel. They'd rather hide behind confusion and indecision and needing time, rather than to say, look, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not up for it. I don't want to have to do what it takes to work on this and see it through. It's somebody very wishy-washy. And this would be a case of telling you without telling, like showing you actions speaking louder than words, showing you how they feel rather than telling you. That sort of disconnect between what they say they'll do and what they actually do. And I feel like they just don't want to deal with it anymore. They don't want the drama. What else for Aquarius? Perhaps you are waiting for a sign. This is maybe we're relying too much on luck or superstition, or waiting to see if this, you know what I mean, that strategic placement, like, well, if this happens and this could be, for some of you Aquarius, this could be relying too much on online tarot card readings. Honestly, this is like just constantly wanting to see the next sign or the next iffy instead of taking control of the situation yourself. You both could be at a place where you might not be talking, but you're still in limbo. You might still be in limbo, but it looks like this person has kind of just moved on because they don't know how to move forward with you. So they're going to stay in that space of being confused and overwhelmed, but really it's almost like it's just requiring too much effort. And we have them being decisive here, but they're not telling you that. That's the disconnect for me. It's like they're not telling you that they want, that things are over, because then at least there's a chance in the future that we could come back. But for right now, the situation isn't going to work for us. That's honorable and admirable. That's honest. But this is somebody that doesn't know what they want, but they're not telling you that either. They're just hiding behind being confused and overwhelmed and not sure. And I mean, maybe that's enough, but it's like, it looks like you don't feel that. It looks like you want to move on, or that you just don't really care enough to show up for the challenge. That's not being confused and overwhelmed and not sure. That's just not wanting to put forth the effort. There's a difference. Everybody gets confused. Everybody gets overwhelmed. But it's just too hard. I don't want to stick it out. Sorry. That's what this is. I don't want to do that. Sorry. I don't like that. Don't be a wimp. Don't be a coward. Say how you feel. Tell me honestly. Because then that gives you a choice. But this whole just waiting because I don't know how I feel. Well, let me make it easy for you. Because I know how I feel. This is holding me back. Maybe in the future when you decide what you want, maybe I'll still be around. But let me make it easy for you right now. Okay, release, let it go. You're done, get out of there. It's just going to be a drain on you. This is holding you back. This is driving you crazy. This is relying too much on signs and what other people tell you and just everything to make your decision, when deep down you probably know, just as they do, but nobody wants to come forward and say it because it's better to just let things fade than to actually make that painful decision. We have all been there. No judgment, no shade. We have all been there. Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, God. Yeah, bless it. Okay, so this is you cannot. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. They're being passive aggressive because this is somebody that you cannot trust what they say. Jealousy, betrayal, someone who might be cheating. This is somebody that is not trustworthy, that is strategic, that is manipulative, that is like a very snake-like about something. You cannot trust what they say, and this might be use your words, a wishy-washy person. This is dealing with a wishy-washy person that you cannot trust what they say, that they are in it as long as it might serve them, and then as soon as that happens, they slither away. not trustworthy. Not trustworthy. It's all about those fleeting emotions. It's anything but stability and love. It's temptation, seduction, cheating, betrayal, saying one thing, doing another. Yeah. All right. What would Aquarius's person say to them? Aquarius. What would Aquarius's person say to them? Aquarius's person say to them? I miss you regardless of how things seem. Aquarius's person, what would they say? Aquarius's person. Aquarius's person. We will be together again. Okay, why not lead with that? Like seriously, why not start with that? Instead of doing this wishy-washy, I just don't know, I'm overwhelmed. No, you know what you want. You don't want this right now. Say it. It's okay. I don't want this right now, because that leaves the door open for the future. But this whole hiding behind, I just, have some respect for the time served. My God. Sorry, I don't think that's fair. I think this is honestly like what it said here. It's just holding you back. You need to let it go. Don't wait for their decision. And if you wanted to know if you're going to be together again soon, consider that this is somebody that will say whatever in the situation as a means to an end, but they plan on doing something differently. It's true that they don't know how this is going to work, how to move forward, but it's also true that they're just not feeling it and they don't want to put in the effort. There's a difference. So even if they were sure about how things to move forward, would they show up for it? Is this just saying, well, it has to be easy for me, otherwise I don't want to have to work for it? Well, if there's distance involved, it's going to be work. I mean, all right, Aquarius. You obviously know how I feel about this, but I hope that your takeaway is that you deserve better. This is not for you. You deserve better. It's holding you back. I wish you luck with this, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.